Here's an original African folktale story centered on love, weaving elements of nature, tradition, and magical realism. Title: The Moon That Loved the River. Origin: inspired by West African traditions and Yoruba cosmology. Once upon a time, in a land where the moon kissed the savannah at dusk and the rivers sang lullabies to the earth, there lived a young maiden named Nnenna. She was born under the light of a rare moon that turned the sky silver. The elders said she was a child of both the moon and the river. Nnenna was beautiful not just in form, but in spirit. She spoke softly, walked lightly, and never harmed even the smallest creature. Her voice could calm crying babies and restless spirits. But in her heart was a longing, a love she could not name. In the same land lived a hunter named Ao, known for his bravery. But Ao was unlike other hunters. He never hunted more than needed. He spoke to trees before cutting them and thanked the animals he slew. People said he had the ear of the forest. One day, while bathing in the river Nnenna saw a figure kneeling by the bank. It was Ao, whispering to the water. She watched silently, feeling as though she had known him in a dream. He turned and saw her, and for a moment, time slowed. The river stopped flowing. The birds paused their song. Their hearts knew before their lips did. They began to meet by the river, exchanging stories of dreams and fears. Their love grew, pure as rain, strong as baobab roots. But love, in a world bound by gods and tradition, is never without trials. Nnenna's mother was the moon spirit, and her father was the river guardian. Their union had been forbidden, and for breaking celestial laws, they were cursed never to see each other again. When they discovered Nnenna's love for a human, they feared she would suffer the same fate. The moon spirit appeared to Nnenna one night and said, "Greater than you are of two worlds, my child. Love a mortal, and you shall forget your powers. Love the river, and you shall never hold him again." Heartbroken, Nnenna ran to Ao. He held her and said, "Greater than if I must forget the world to remember your face, let it be so. Let us build our own sky, our own river." Moved by their sincerity, the river guardian offered a test. Greater than Ao must cross the river at midnight during the storm of spirits. If he reaches the sacred islet with a flame still burning, he will be deemed worthy of divine love. Ao accepted. That night, the sky wept, and winds howled. Spirits danced on waves to extinguish his flame. But Ao pressed on. The river rose, his feet bled, but he protected the flame with his breath, his hands, his very soul. As he stepped onto the islet, the flame still flickered dim, but alive. The moon parted the clouds. The river stilled. From the sky and water emerged Nnenna's parents. Their curses broke, for the love they saw was not rebellion, but restoration. The gods themselves wept at the beauty of sacrifice. And so, love won. Nnenna became a guardian of the river, with Ao at her side. Each full moon, they would walk along the banks, their laughter carried by the breeze. The villagers would say, "Greater than if you see moonlight dancing on the river, it is love remembering its own name."